Hello anime and manga fans, I'm Kyle Glockner, and welcome back to another episode of Animanga. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Anime is a medium that can pull off some unique and amazing things with the stories it tells. There's just so many times that I've had an emotional reaction or watched a scene that nothing else I've seen has even held a candle to. Even within the medium itself, there are certain shows that stand far above the rest as fantastic series that can even surpass the niche nature of that same medium. Today, I want to talk about a series that I feel has done just that. So, without further ado, here's Violet Evergarden. Violet Evergarden starts off introducing us to our protagonist, Violet Evergarden, as she attempts to reintegrate herself into society after fighting as a soldier in a large-scale war. She ends up working as an auto-memory doll, a worker who acts as a ghostwriter for people wishing to write letters, notes, or anything else they so desire. One of the things that drew me and a lot of people towards this anime was the art style. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say this is KyoAni's best work animation-wise. Visually, this is one of the best anime I have ever seen. Each scene is exploding with color and beauty, even the more serious or somber scenes. KyoAni uses this amazing art style to add so much to the many emotional moments of the show, causing each scene to leave a huge impact on me as I watch them. I truly haven't seen anything like it, even from KyoAni themselves, and I would recommend this show based on the art style alone. But rather than gush about how beautiful this show looks for the rest of the review, I want to talk about Violet herself and the role she plays in the story overall. Now, in order to explain my own thoughts on Violet's character, I want to take a moment to look at what kind of character Violet is. Violet Evergarden is a girl who has only known war. Given that, she isn't easily able to adjust to a civilian lifestyle. In fact, it's one of the reasons that drives her to becoming an auto-memory doll. The other reason was her desire to understand the emotions of others. Violet doesn't have a strong grasp on how to express emotions or what emotions people are feeling when they speak, which leads to her being referred to by some characters as a living doll. To be completely honest, I don't like Violet as a character. Her lack of understanding emotions feels less like a character trait and more like a plot device, and I just don't feel like it works out for her. I've seen it work way better for her characters in other shows, such as Icarus from Heaven's Lost Property and Isla from Plastic Memories. With those two, it felt like they properly developed their ability to understand and express their emotions throughout their stories, whereas I just didn't feel that at all with Violet. Yes, she does become more emotionally responsive and is able to empathize with her clients more throughout the series, as well as coming to terms with her own emotions and understanding the last words her major said to her, which were "I love you." But, like I said before, a lot of this development didn't feel like it was happening because Violet was growing as a character with the help of those around her, but because it worked out for the convenience of the plot. That being said, I think the show shines best with its secondary characters, and I will give credit to the role Violet plays with these characters. The best role that Violet plays in this series is not the role of the protagonist, but as the vehicle with which the other characters' stories are told. The episodes that immediately jump out at me are episodes 4, 5, 7, and 10. When I watched these episodes, I found myself much more invested in the action as opposed to when the story was focused on Violet. I know this is strongly based on my own personal opinions with the show and characters, but it drastically changed how I enjoyed the show because while I feel pretty mixed on it overall, I think it has some of the best episodes of anime I have ever seen. To name one in particular, episode 10 is easily in my top 5 episodes of all time. Episode 10 tells the story of a young girl named Anne Magnolia and her sickly mother Clara. When Violet initially shows up at the mansion to write letters over the course of 7 days for her mother, Anne, while fascinated by Violet, doesn't trust her and gets angry because she thinks that Violet is taking her limited time with her mother away from her. Unfortunately, going any further into that gets into spoilers, and that episode is absolutely best experienced blind. But this episode is easily the best episode of Violet Evergarden, and I could recommend the series based on that episode alone. Overall, I'd say my feelings on Violet Evergarden are fairly mixed, but I feel as though there are those special episodes that make the series worth a watch. I would say my only real problem with this series is Violet's character, but there's just so many other amazing aspects of the series that I think it's definitely worth checking out. And who knows, while I wasn't personally sold on Violet's character, maybe you'll get attached to her right from the get-go and love the show even more than I do. Violet Evergarden is directed by Taichi Ishidate, written by Reiko Yoshida, and animated by Kyoto Animation, while the original light novel is written by Kana Akatsuki and illustrated by Akiko Takase. If you're looking for one of the most beautiful, emotional roller coasters anime has to offer, Violet Evergarden is the show for you. But that's all the time I have for today, so let me know what you think by tweeting me at ZTV Goofing Off using the hashtag Animanga. Until then, I'm Kyle Glockner, and this has been Animanga.